thank you for tuning in. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the Hawks. Advantage in one series. And checking out Brooklyn, just way behind.
And right now for the Hawks, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations. But I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas is out there with MP. Then it's George. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the 4th. And for the Hawks, filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Risacher. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Young in at the point guard. We've seen a number of games now since MP set his sights on leading the game in assists. His playmaking has been interesting to watch for sure.
And the effort's been there, but the results have not. Sometimes the offense has been a bit rushed or settled for low percentage shots. MP still has some time to ramp up his efforts here. We'll see if he can improve.
GA, if you're a team that's serious about playoff seeding, you're viewing this as the home stretch, aren't you?
Yeah, you don't want to wait until the very end of the year to make your move. This is when you stop experimenting. Just go with the things that you know you do well.
Here's Young. Paul George making his last shot. Young outside. Pass to Risacher. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Johnson. Young looking it over. There's the 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, it took him 4 attempts, but they've taken the lid off the basket. Maybe that'll get some momentum going.
MP with a screen on Johnson. Here's MP.
Meeting the defense's challenge. That's really all you can ask of a young player like MP.
It's his first trip to the line.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
The Hawks working the ball around, and here's Johnson outside. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Well, look, that's another missed opportunity. 1 for 5 now from the field.
MP outside. Clock at 4. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And now, Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Kevin, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Risacher. Kicks it out to Johnson. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Young outside. Lets it go with the three. A second chance effort. And it's Porzingis laying it in.
Well, just by hitting the offensive glass, Porzingis can pick up a lot of extra points.
Here's MP, and taken away by Johnson. Here's Risacher, covered by MP. Pass to Young. And he hits it to tie the game up. Young's got 5 now.
Well, such a creative finisher. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over it.
And here's George for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time. And as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
So it's the Hawks now. After the basket by Brooklyn, a nice shot by Young.
Well, look, Trae Young is a very creative guy and very elusive on the dribble.
Pass to Clowney. And here is Thomas. Now Claxton. MP outside. With the fadeaway. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Young kicks to Daniels. Kicks it out to Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Johnson letting it fly in a hurry.
Nets trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Clowney, good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Risacher. He has yet to score. Young from outside. That shot, no good. Good defense by MP. George in the post. Guarded by Risacher. MP's shot is good.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
To the inside. Here's Porzingis. And a dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. MP against Young. Claxton a screen on Young. MP kicks to Thomas. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Young. Outside Daniels. Hits it from 3-point range.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
MP outside. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Young passes to Porzingis. Good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Nets lead by 1. And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniels. Pass to Young. Back to Daniels. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Johnson. And the rejection by Claxton. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu comes in for Risacher. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Daniels. Wilson, he's checked in for the Nets. Mann comes in for George. The 3 from MP. Atlanta with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
Yeah, and what the heck were you supposed to do to stop him? Bucket after bucket from deep. Quite a show. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Well, it seems like the more offensive responsibility Cam Thomas has been given in his career, the better he's gotten. That says something about his skill.
Now here's Porzingis coming off a solid outing against Miami.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points in close range.
That one drops for him. MP's got 11 points.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Now, Alexander Walker. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And he gets the bucket.
Nice work by Young. He can be a pest in there.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Now, here's MP. Man gets the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Hawks trail by 5. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Thomas finds MP. And it's sent back by Okongwu.
Timed it.
Making some changes here. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. Zachary Rizachet out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young from outside, nailed from three-point land. And that's 15 points for Trae Young. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. So basket counts. Clowney's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
MP against Young. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Down low. MP grabs the miss.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Pass to Clowney. Back to MP. The three is pure from MP.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3-ball here in the second quarter.
And here's Daniels. He's guarded by Thomas. Daniels against Thomas. Okongwu, the pass to Alexander Walker. Daniels from outside. A rebound by the Nets. MP's got 4 rebounds now tonight. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Thunder really lit up the floor. He scored 28 points, and he was able to provide some stout defense on that end of the court, too. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Okay, Allie, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Here's MP following the basket by Trae Young. There's the lob to the hoop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Zingas, he's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Johnson in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Young.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now, here's MP. He's got 14. Outside, George. Thomas sets a screen for George. Back to MP. And they double up MP. And George with the stuff.
And he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Johnson, the pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Claxton. Young against MP. Pass to George. Back to MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Young's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. A 3, and Paul George good for the 3. George has got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
MP passes to Claxton.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Reza Shea wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Reza Shea's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. MP deciding where to go with it. Pass to Clowney. Now Claxton. MP outside. That misses off the backboard.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make him all.
Connects again from distance.
And now, for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Young with the steal. And he finishes the break with the layup. Young's got 24 points.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Clowney, a three-pointer is right on target.
Fantastic decision from MP. The more experience he gets, the better passer he'll become.
Pass to Reza Shea. Zingas high post. The kick out to Young. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Nets leading by 6. Here's Clowney. Outside Thomas. Young against MP. Shot clock at 6. And MP throws it down.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Johnson with a screen on MP. Again, Young missing. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Here's Daniels. Following the basket by MP. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniels. To Porzingis. Over Claxton. Porzingis can't hit. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Young with the steal. Here's Risacher. And nothing is falling for him right now. George dishes to MP. Spins. Driving inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, I like when MP takes initiative like this because it forces the defense to react.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Young. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Atlanta. MP up top. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we finished one half of basketball. Nets lead by 9. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, they hear the clock. Trying to coast through the season straight into the playoffs? Not how it works, fellas. They don't have the talent to pull that off. The effort has got to be there.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight. Bit of a tough start for the Atlanta Hawks.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's foul. We've got Nicholas Claxton. Thomas is out there with MP. Then it's Paul George. And it's Clowney in at the power forward. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Daniels. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
Pass to Thomas. Left side, George. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And MP throws it down.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
The Hawks trail by 11. Porzingis with a screen on MP. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Now, here's MP. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. MP with a screen on Daniels. Outside for George. Pass to MP. Got a piece of it. Young outside. The 3. Here's Johnson. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Johnson's got 5 points so far. And so MP will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's Thomas on the wing. Back to MP. Crosses over, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
And he's good on the second. The Hawks trail by 10. Young with no one around. Sinks the triple. Young's got 29.
You know, with that quick release, Young can get that pull-up off anytime he wants.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Here's Young. Following the basket by MP. Porzingis sets the pick for Young. Launches it. Brooklyn with the rebound. Clowney's got 4 rebounds in this game. MP, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Risache, defended by George. They get it again. Young from outside. That shot missing.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Here's Thomas. After the basket by Atlanta. MP, no good. Pass to Daniel. Young outside. Back to Daniels. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. MP with it. He's got 29 points. Risache with the steal. And the dunk by Risache.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And the Nets with possession here. Following the bucket by the Hawks. 5 on the clock. That's to Claxton. Puts up a 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to MP. MP going in strong, and it's good. 2 points. Clowney's got 12 points in the game.
The youngster, MP, keeping that head on a swivel.
Young finds Porzingis. And here's Daniels. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's Risache missing.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Kristaps Porzingis.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. And a change for the Nets. And checked in Porzingis. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 8 now on the night. MP outside. Pass to George. Back to MP. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll host the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the Bucks matchup,
There aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Here's Daniels. 12 points for him. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Now, here's MP. He has 29. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Dyson Daniels.
Oh, crafty move there from MP to get to the foul line. The young man, fearless inside.
And both free throws good for MP. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Daniels. 14 points for him. Here's Risacher. Here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Claxton. Pass to Clowney. Back to MP. Now, man, defended by Alexander Walker. The tray. And Claxton throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And, Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Out to the wing. Porzingis kicks to Daniels. Tries again. And the rejection by Claxton. MP against Daniels. Pass to Clowney. And taken away by Johnson. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Now, here's MP. He has 31. George in the post. Guarded by Risacher. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And checking out the stats for Daniels, how's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 7 points, just over 2 steals and 4 assists. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
Yeah, when you have a defender like him out there, it makes a difference. You can't play fast and loose when he's on the floor. You have to take care of the ball.
Now, here's MP. Williams passes to MP. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. It's tipped. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Now we get a chance to view the NBA leaders in assists. MP is number 1.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Hawks. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Daniel. The Hawks trail by 4. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Kennard. Brogdon outside. The Hawks again can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's man. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Atlanta making some changes. Gaze checked in. Young. Making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. MP comes in for Demon. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Trae Young is out there with Brogdon, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
For 3, Brogdon. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. MP against Young. MP kicks to Wilson. Back to MP. Rebound, Atlanta. Alexander Walker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Young from outside. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
MP passes to Claxton. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Young against MP to tie it up. Young, yes, and the foul. It's going to be on MP.
Well, he may not be imposing physically, but Young's skill set enables him to score through the contact.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Porzingis is checked in for Okongwu. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Alexander Walker. And Daniels subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. Here's Clowney. On the wing, MP. Defended by Young. There's MP on the drive.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Outside, Porzingis. Young sets a screen for Johnson. Young in the corner. Atlanta again missing.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
You know, here we go. Rizachet's got the fast break chance.
7'2", 240 pounds. Porzingis is a nightmare matchup for defenders.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by MP.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Outside Daniels. Back to Young. He takes it in. And the rejection by Claxton. Thomas gets a wide open look. Atlanta with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Rizachet does a nice job of drawing the contact on his way up. Now, a chance at the line.
Rizachet's hit them both.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Thomas passes to MP. Tries the spin move. And Claxton throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. Johnson outside. Now, here is Young. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And that's now 38 points for Trae Young.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Here's MP. Pass to Thomas. George looking over the floor. Puts one up from 19, and he swishes it right through.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
The Hawks working the ball around. Young, a screen on Claxton. A three from Porzingis. Clowney pulls it in. Clowney's got 6 rebounds in the game. Kicks it out to MP. It's George on the wing. MP sets the screen for George. A miss that time would have put him up. The Hawks leading. Now, here is Young. Here's Johnson, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Spins. MP with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Stolen by Thomas. Porzingis with the steal. MP against Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nick Claxton.
Using the quickness there, Young catches defenders by surprise sometimes.
And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
Here's Young after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Johnson with a screen on Thomas. 3, good.
A shot Dyson continues to work on. When he's locked in from deep, he's tough to defend.
Young against MP. Here's Thomas. Now MP. Ricochet with the steal. Young. And a nice assist for the lay-in on the transition point.
Well, he wants the ball in his hand. Young wants to be that guy to hit the shot.
Here's Clowney. Now MP. Here's Thomas. Fires from 14. Got it to go.
Well, that's a clutch shot by Thomas in a close game.
Young against MP. He gets it to go.
Well, I guess that's why they call him Ice Trae. He is cold-blooded.
MP against Young. Here's Thomas. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Daniel.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now, here's Thomas. MP up top. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, watch out, MP! Throws it down.
And that's real leadership right there by MP. That is big time.
Johnson fires. Off target from outside. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. MP outside. MP finishes inside.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Can't sink it. And that was an important free throw.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
MP. That one goes.
Despite his youth, MP's showing grown man strength.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Young against MP. Here's Johnson. Paul George with the steal. For the win. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. We've got Cam Thomas. He's out there with MP. Nicholas Claxton out there with Paul George. And it's Clowney in at the 4 slot. Screen by Porzingis. Clock at 6. Johnson got the 8-footer.
You know Johnson is a high-level athlete and has great control through contact.
That's good from Johnson. Nets trail by 3. And here is MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George. Daniels pulls it down. Sweet move. Oh, down it goes. And the rejection by Claxton. MP with it, and Daniels picks him up defensively. Now George lets loose a 3. Does not go in. MP against Young. A shot from 6. It misses.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Screen by MP. Now Claxton. Now George. And he hits from 17.
And George, such a confident player. He's also terrific at recognizing when he's in his zone.
Jackson outside. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Ricochet, defended by George. And down goes the 3.
Crisp mechanics of Young on display there. A guy who has his shot down cold.
Oh, what a play inside.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there. Yeah, just a tenacious play by Ricochet. He wants to be the guy who delivers for his team in these moments.
Now, here's MP. Here's Clowney. Ricochet with the steal. A huge two-handed slam.
Yeah, if you give Ricochet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
MP against Young. Paul George. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Johnson sets the screen for Ricochet. Going inside. Now Porzingis. Oh, good on the layup.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there. Right at the rim, but came up empty.
MP high post. Young's there. MP with it. Now guarded by Porzingis.
The unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Young, what a finesse finish on the way-in.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
MP.
He might be young, but it's easy to see why they go to MP when they need a big-time bucket.
MP against Young. Shoots the 3. Porzingis. He parachutes in for the putback.
Well, you see the trust they have in Porzingis. Timely basket.
Paxton is screen on Young. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Mann's checked in for the Nets. Rebounded by Young. So they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 7. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Third personal. 15 seconds.
Gets the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
MP.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
This free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 8. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
So the Hawks take the win. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Now, let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
On a night that was hyped for all that was said pre-game, are you pleased with how things turned out? Especially outdiming the very person talking all that trash about you.
A lot of folks these days think life is what they see on their phones. They know a lot of that's fake, so they start being fake too. But a dog that's all bark and no bite and is in a world of trouble when he finds himself in a real fight with a real dog. And that's what happened tonight.
Understood. Thanks, MP.
Yep.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dom, thanks. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. We'll see you next time